All right. You guys ready to come back? I figure we probably should.
Is Atoq ready to come back?
Hell no.
He's not.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to episode 38 of Magic Pixel. Woo! Yeah!
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
I'm only here for contractual reasons.
He's our DJ.
I'm the DJ.
Change that thing above his head to DJ.
All right,
we put my dice away.
Yeah, just get rid of them.
There goes. There he is.
Why did you add me with this? I've already seen this.
I was prepared.
Do you know what this picture is?
Which picture?
This fucking picture that Elder posted in the Discord call.
I
Chris
didn't
Jericho?
see it.
That is Chris Jericho. So it was like somebody close to him's 27th birthday. So he's like, I'm gonna dress like when I was 27, and he wore this, or 23 or some shit. I don't know.
Woo! I see.
I have Honzo not on screen, so we don't have to pay him his Screen Actors Guild.
I'm here so I don't get fined. That's pretty.
I'm contractually obligated to pay him if he's on camera, so you know I'll just hide him, and we don't have to worry about it.
No way, dude.
So how many notes did you guys take last week?
There was one. That's really all there is.
Maybe that's how we should recap. Everyone just reads off their own notes.
I don't even think I wrote anything down.
At the same time.
No, I mean I can do the recap this week.
All right.
Well,
I just like putting it on Honzo unexpectedly.
Well, he's dead, so
he can't talk.
Like,
yeah.
Maybe you can be our narrator. I mean, you can be co-DM with me now.
Oh shit!
All right, I got some monsters prepared. There's a troll. When you make him bloody, he squirts acid everywhere.
The classic. I see.
I feel like it's a real thing.
My notes.
I have monster ideas.
The plan went smooth as silk with Atoq dying while I freed more.
You didn't
smooth as silk.
This guy just said "period" right there and it'd be fine.
Oh shit. Okay, so you guys, we're just gonna get into it. Everybody ready for the recap?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to Magic Pixel session 38. On session 37, we saw the party infiltrate the House of Awe, first led by Atoq, while Alexander kind of skulked it out on the rooftops, trying to gauge what the incident would be like once it got going. While the rest of the party was arriving a little bit later on their airship after recruiting Irv and getting a friend, a Leonin monk who seems to be from the ancient times, who's been petrified for many, many years, it seems like. But all of you arrived, heard some noises around the area where you landed, but didn't actually come up with anything that caused them. So then you moved on to the House of Awe, where Atoq and Alexander were in full combat with some of the foes. We started first with Atoq going one-on-one with the Goat Man, and once that got towards the end, we saw Minoscus kind of charge in and go into a full rage, and then the whole shit broke loose as Alexander tried to, and successfully, freed Mari, who kind of didn't do anything in petrification, and because, I forgot, but threw the grenade that was around her neck as the collar over towards the already burning device that was being used by the vampire to actually suck some of the magical energy outside of this area where the House of Awe is. In doing so, it kind of put a just explosion in the vicinity of that and was able to stop the magic aura from being sucked and kind of just complete the aura entirely, which let everybody's magical items also be used again and everybody's magical abilities used without any type of checks or anything like that, which you all used to mop up the fight, but not before Atoq fell to the vampire multiple times, named Sabian. And afterwards, you all managed to find a Loxodon named Marcus here at the House of Awe that claims to be able to resurrect Atoq while keeping his lizard folk form intact. And that is where we're going to pick up. So, you guys are all gathering around. Does anybody want to do anything before the ritual begins?
No.
I'm gonna check his pockets.
He's
I have
nude.
no pockets.
Oh, you're nude still? Okay. I thought you were joking about
his
that.
stuff.
I have a backpack if you want to go through it.
I'm going to go get my shit.
You're going to go get your shit outside?
Yes.
Shit? Okay, gotcha. All right,
Can
we'll pick up with...
Can I go grab whatever the 2 crystals that were related to the contraption?
Yeah.
Is he gonna? Do we know where we left Sunny? Do we leave him like right outside the doors, or?
He was with the stuff, I thought.
Yeah, you don't know where you left Sunny.
Yeah, we don't know.
Alexander and Atoq to you.
Oh, whoops.
So, all right. So you're good. You guys are watching the ritual, gathering for the ritual. You're going to get the 2 jewels, the 2 gems that were involved. Okay, and the contraptions. Let me see here. Yeah, there's one of the sapphire gems, and then another one seems to be like a ruby. Both very sizable. Both like cut perfectly. It's one of the like most pristine gems you've ever seen for sure. Both of them. But give me an Arcana check, brother.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Explosive.
Okay. Arcana. 3.
Okay. Yeah, they like I said, they pretty much gather from what I said before that they're very pristine. There seems to be like even some type of like maybe just like some type of arcane spark to them. There's something even like supernatural about these gems and the way they look. But that's all you really get gathered. So you're doing that. Minoscus, do you want to do anything?
I'm gonna take 2 knees by Atoq and just I don't think I have a religion, so I won't pray. But I'm just waiting for him to. I'll just hold his cheek and rub his cheek a little.
Okay.
You'll come back, little bud.
Breathe life into him.
The Loxodon kind of goes over to you. He goes, "Are you going to be doing that throughout the whole ritual?"
How long's the ritual?
It's about an hour.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later. I'm just go search all the bodies, I guess, for anything.
I see you get up and start searching for bodies. But give me an investigation check, and then Dala Brakka, do you want to do anything?
I mean, I'm just holding onto his backpack. That's pretty much all I got on me right now.
Okay.
11.
Okay, so you begin to comb through the bodies here at the House of Awe. And as you do, Minoscus, you kind of come up probably with about 25 gold worth of coin. Nothing else really that seems all that interesting. But when you do go back out into that area and take some time with the bodies and stuff, and Soren, you would know this too, being in a similar area. You guys both hear somebody working in one of the rooms that is adjacent to this vicinity that you're in now.
I'll grab Minoscus and march into the room that I hear the noise from.
Okay, so yeah, you see Rynge the tabaxi, just like picking apart the goat man, just like literally like slicing off like arms, legs, and like pouring this like tar like that's in this jar that they have just like into the limbs, and then like trying to reattach them, and like real madness in their eyes though.
All right, I'll grab the scimitar and be like, "Hey, Broham, what the fuck you doing?"
And he kind of like looks just like with a crazy look in his eyes. Ooh, the demon ichor. Ooh! And he just like keeps like trying to do what he's doing.
He says the demon ichor?
Yeah.
What does this look like? I mean, does it literally look like hellish demon ichor that he's pouring into the body?
It looks like a tar-like substance, but like it kind of has like a deep void to it that kind of like just gives you like a sense of empty space sometimes in like the way you look at it.
I'll go grab Mari.
Okay. Mari is like fetal positioned outside.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm like, hey, you all right?
As all right as can be. What do you know? What do you need?
Hey, what's up with this wrench guy?
It seems pretty crazy. Probably affected by, and she kind of like looks in the room for a second, by whatever it is, that substance that he's carrying. Seems like it's made his way into his system.
All right, I'll march back in there and try to grab him.
Okay, yeah, give me a athletics check.
All right. 9.
9, okay. 18.
Yeah.
So he like try to grip him, and he like just completely like slips out of the way, and you can see as he slips out of the way, like some of the jar of the demon ichor like spills out like onto the floor, and it just kind of like slowly, it's not like acid that just eats to the floor, but you can see it just kind of like starting to eat away at this like floor that's in the room, and kind of just in a different way that acid does, though. It's like a slow, methodical, like almost taking over rather than eating.
Oh man. Can I divine sense this demon ichor?
Sure. Yeah, give me yeah, give me a religion check with advantage.
Everyone in here is a fiend.
Oh my rolls have been so bad.
Y'all gotta pick this shit up.
13.
13? Okay. So yeah, it seems to be from what you can gather, it's some type of substance from the abyss and abyssal creatures, maybe left behind when they're, deleted in some way, but that's about it.
All right. I mean, I'll go find the druid, I guess, and tell him about it. I also, more importantly, I'm gonna ask him about the stone.
Okay. For sure. So you are on your way to do that. The ritual would probably begin at this point. So Dala, Brakka, you're kind of the one residing over the ritual at this point, while Minoscus and Soren are in the bottom area. And then Alexander, you are going outside to check on your stuff, correct? Okay.
Correct.
So you, Dala, Brakka, see the ritual begin. He starts to channel some holy divine power, and you can see him just glowing with like a radiant glow as he begins to chant and begin the ritual. Alexander, you on the outside go back to where you guys left everything, and you want to gather all your stuff, right? Okay, so give me an investigation check.
Investigation. 27.
27.
Natural
Okay,
20.
perfect. Okay, so so Honzo, you're here, right? You can hear me? Would you
Dead.
Would you leave over there? Did you left every magical thing?
Oh,
Actually, I have a more important question. What is in your shorts and what is not?
what is in my shorts?
Yeah.
I can tell you what's not in my shorts.
Okay, what's
Or-
not in your shorts?
What's easier?
Buckets, pittance, crowbar, potions, thieves' tools, healer's kit, dart, caltrops, ball bearings, smoke grenade, grappling hook, alchemist fires, rubies, purple scythe, shovel, book of the sun, my mundane weapons, and a spell book. Everything
And
else is in my shorts.
Okay.
A picture of him and Sonny together.
No,
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Okay. All right, that's good to know. Okay, so what is immediately apparent to you, Alexander, upon returning to this location, is that there is no Sunny. Sunny is nowhere to be found. Upon going through all your magical items, everything seems to be there, including Atoq shorts, except for the deck of many things.
All right.
There is an additional thing that was not there before. Is a note. The note says, "The kid is better off with his own kin, and don't begin to imagine a future where you maintain possession of that relic. Consider the presence of the rest of your magic items my last extension of kindness towards you and yours. But I did have to take one other item, because there's just some things a dragon's greed cannot resist."
Okay. Do I recognize the handwriting?
With a natural 20 on an investigation check, you probably would have seen like some passings, maybe like Ugo take out a note. This is the handwriting from the boss, the Silver Dragonborn that you know.
Oh boy, he's dead. All right, good to know.
He's dead. He sure
All
is.
right. I am going to start looking for fucking any tracks or signs of where he went.
Okay.
I'll fucking guidance myself.
Okay. You can give me the guidance roll. We'll add it to this investigation check that you've already made.
30.
30. Okay. Then give me a moment. We'll come back to you in a little while. Okay. So, Soren, you're going to look for Dara to ask about the gems, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, You find Dara, who is kind of also like presiding back over the ritual, kind of like not standing in the room itself, but standing just outside the doors of it. He kind of gives you a nod as you approach.
Hey, Broham. First of all, what's going on with that Rynge guy? He's got like some ichor and he's chopping up the goat. Is he cool?
Oh, and he kind of like immediately starts like going over to the railing on the upstairs and like looking towards that room. He goes, "Oh, that is the situation I forgot to take care of. No, he should not actually be on the loose right now. I believe he's been infected with demon ichor and is going mad. Hopefully, we can get him some help in time to not have long-term madness incur. But he's definitely completely insane right now." And he kind of like starts moving towards going downstairs.
Okay, I'll follow him. Like, also, hey, I have these 2 gems, and after a brief analysis, I can determine that they are gems. Do you know anything else about them?
And he kind of goes, he kind of like, he's seemingly all his attention turning towards Rynge, and then looks back at the gems that you're holding and like double takes and then turns around again. And he goes, yes, I could tell you quite a bit about them. Follow me, let's get Rynge under control, and then I'll explain whatever you need explaining.
Sure.
And you guys kind of go over, and you know, with your combined efforts, you know, Minoscus, him as a druid, and you know, doing some like, I forgot what the actual spell is called, but the fucking grapple, the grasping vines and whatnot. Yeah, entanglement. There we go. And you yourself, also a strong lad, you're able to kind of get Rynge, kind of restrain him a bit, and able to like cuff him, put some rope around him, and just tie him to like one of the structures here. And he is like constantly fighting and frothing and just like moving and gyrating a bunch. Like he is not going quietly or easily at all, but with your combined efforts, you kind of get it under control. And he goes, "All right, thanks for that help. And you want to know about these gems?" He's like, "Well, I can tell you that he points at the sapphire. He goes, the sapphire is of my attention. I call it the chrono star. It is able to kind of suck the energy out of a given location."
The energy?
Yes, the arcane energy. I was planning to use it on the enchantment in the sky because, as far as we know about the enchantment, that I wanted to see if it would be able to replenish or not. And if it is able to replenish, then that could be a tremendous arcane energy source for a lot of experiments.
Okay. And
He goes,
then I'll be like, is there anything else? Like it stores the energy? Does it do anything with it?
This gem itself could potentially store the energy, but we're looking at bigger and broader ways to do it. This is more of just a kind of prototype. While in conjunction with this, and he kind of goes over to the ruby, he goes, "I'm not exactly sure what this is. The Rynge and the vampire brought this in," and he kind of gives it a look over, and he goes, "This, let me see. Natural one." So he kind of gives it a look over and he goes, "This is not something I'm familiar with. It's similar to an Ouroboros scale, but not. I don't know." And he kind of hands it back to you.
Does it look like an Ouroboros scale to me? I'll hold it up against the one on my armor.
With that kind of trigger in your mind and thinking about that information and kind of thinking about what you learned about Ouroboros scales, it has like a similar vibe and like a similar cut, but it's hard to put your finger on it. There's just something wrong. And you just get a sense of wrongness coming from it.
I see. Okay. All right. I'll just pocket them both.
Because yes, if I can be of any more help, believe me, all of you have earned it. So just let me know.
Yeah, I mean, when we're done here, what are you guys gonna do? You guys gonna roll back with us, or are you guys gonna stay here? What's the plan?
He goes, now that's kind of, and he kind of like looks around everywhere, and he goes, "Seems like all the ores and protections are gone here. I imagine that an attack or some type of incursion will be shortly following it. So we'll try to find maybe some shelter or escape here. I don't know."
I'll just be like, yeah, we got a spot. If you're familiar, Devotion District, Order is there. They'll take you in. And
all right.
we could use the help if you guys are in like fighting shape. That'd be great.
And as you kind of say, we can use the help and whatnot. Amari, who is like back in the fetal position, kind of like pipes up for the first time. She goes, "I have stuff I think that could be of use." And then she kind of like does like a head nod towards one of her rooms. And you go in there and you can see there's a just like stocked full these kind of different contraptions and inventions she has. There's like one that seems like she goes, that's a magical apparatus. You like, and there's like this gauntlet to it and this thing that you can put on your back. And she goes, that will enhance any spellcasters there. She's like, I have these mortars. These are cool. They just like send rockets out and stuff, and like bombardments. And she goes, I also have these. And she like points to what is basically a flamethrower. She's like, if you guys want to take all that when we go, I think that could help the efforts.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll start scooping everything up. Be like, yeah, all right, bro, ham, it's cool. I'm with it.
Okay. So as you begin to gather all that stuff, the ritual continues. Dala Brakka, you can see nothing has been disturbing in the ritual or anything like that. Atoq hasn't really stirred at all in the presence of this ritual. It's probably about 15, 20 minutes into it. But yeah, it's continuing. You want to say something? Okay.
No,
Okay.
I don't want to get Sajam DMCA'd on this one.
You can sing, just don't play the song.
I pull out my mic and start to sing. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me these memories. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna finish the rest of it. I'm in the background just fucking pouring my heart out, dude.
As you do, you see the Loxodon begins to groove a little bit during his ritual, seemingly towards cutting through whatever divine presence he's going through. And Alexander, as we cut back to you outside, looking for any and all clues and investigation to exactly where they went, with your scrounging everything that you could possibly find, you find about 8 sets of footprints. Well, actually, no, 4 sets of footprints. Excuse me, 8 feet total. 4 sets of footprints. One seemingly disappears around like this area where you find a lot of the magical items and everything that you found, and then 3 head off in different directions. One,
Alright.
I would say one goes towards like just into the city proper, and then I would say one kind of goes out towards, because you guys are at the House of Awe, probably leads towards one of the areas of the wall that you follow for a little bit, and it goes like outside the city itself, and then one you follow to the sewers, like it goes down into like one of the manholes and goes into the sewer.
All right. Well, I will pocket the note and head back inside
Okay.
after making note of where these footprints go.
All right, so you begin to head back inside. We see everybody kind of gathered here. Minoscus and Soren still kind of in the middle of the area, just making sure that they have everything that they need, right? Investigating the bodies is done, kind of talking to Daro, Mari, kind of gathering all the weapons and whatnot and getting them ready for transport. I would say probably like loading up the airship, right, as well, and like starting to get the airship ready to load up everything with that. Because you guys got about an hour till this ritual is done. So is there anything specifically the rest of you want to do, Alexander, as you come back in, or Dala Brakka, I mean, you can see the singing. The singing is fine if you want to do that for a long time.
That's all I'm doing.
Okay, all right. So yeah, Alexander, you kind of come back in and you can see Minoscus and Soren kind of is beginning to go outside and transporting like these large devices that look like weaponry to the airship itself.
I kind of like pipe up so that everybody can hear me. Anybody around here know how to find somebody who's very elusive? Magically?
Magically? And Daro kind of pipes up and he goes, I can't really do that, but maybe Marcus can afterwards. He's got the holy powers. He can locate some things, perhaps.
Marcus, all right. Yeah, any idea where he's at?
Oh, he's resurrecting Atoq.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Question number 2. Do we have any, or does anybody have any way to stop a person from, being able to teleport away?
Daro kind of looks around and goes, I mean, I'm not really equipped with it, but a counter spell, if anybody has that, probably can do it. I mean,
As
in
I'm
the
like loading stuff, I'm like, yeah, pretty sure that our bard friend can do it, but I mean, it's not guaranteed to work probably.
Yeah, I would prefer something that's guaranteed to work. No sort of magical items or anything in this place.
I like out of my shoulder, like the Ioun stone pops up. I'm like, also I could try with this, but still, it's not guaranteed.
All
I'm
right,
down
so
to
that's
try it,
2
fella.
ways.
Oh, wait, I'm not even there, am I?
Oh, you're off singing.
And now take
Oh, this thing can only cancel a spell that's 4th level or lower, so never mind.
All right, so 1 way.
Yeah, 1 way.
He goes, well, yes, none of our current devices that are in working condition are able to do that, to be honest.
Actually, what was that device that was sucking all the magic out of everything? That seemed to disable a lot of magical abilities, right?
I'll pull it out. I'll be like, yeah, it's this stone thing, I think.
Any way we can adjust that to be like a smaller, like magical dead space or something?
Kind of rubs his shit a bit. He goes, if we could get to some safe area, maybe give me some time to work on it, a day or so, then perhaps yes.
All right. Well, you let me know what you need, and I'll try and get it. Cause it's gonna be mighty important pretty soon.
I like kind of look at him and I'm like, oh, is there like a specific reason you're asking this?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
All right. And then what I would like to do is, since we have an hour, I think I want a short rest if we're all chilling for this time.
Yeah, you guys can show us doing it.
Short rest and then I guess keep watch.
Yeah.
Give me perception checks, everybody.
Okay. I will also regen a spell slot with my channel divinity.
15 for Minoscus.
16.
A short rest too.
Kobe.
23.
20.
I got an 8.
What about you, Elder?
23.
Oh, wow. Sajam?
16.
So, yeah, Dala, since you kind of go back up into the room a little bit, or you're just staying up in the room, you don't really catch what's happening on the outside, which is what you guys kind of get a hint of. You get a hint, because it's a fairly large moving force, kind of just posted up a little bit adjacent to the House of Awe itself, seems to be scouting it out. You see a very large Goliath. From what you're gonna figure out, he's decked out in a gear that is not of this time. Definitely just gives you the vibe that he's one of these 4 undead champions that you can see that was resurrected back when. And he seems to be posted up, not moving towards the House of Awe just yet, but eyeing it. And he is surrounded by like a horde of shadows. You see shadows just kind of creeping around, and they're taking their own form, and just like maneuvering around him and kind of approaching the House of Awe, poking and prodding at it. It seems like they tried to get in before while the auras were up and were not successful, and now it seems like they're discovering that something has changed.
Can I move the invisible airship to like the back of this place? Like whatever the most discreet exit is out of here?
I think this is the only way in and out.
The front?
Yeah.
If you can inquire about another exit.
Yeah, I would ask.
Want to inquire about another exit? Okay. Darrell will give you another kind of exit that most people don't know about. The front is the only entrance to the public, only entrance and exit for the public. But he leads you to this kind of area where you can potentially like kind of park the airship outside of like, or put you and the building kind of between that group. You know what I mean? Like the airship
Sure.
on the other side of the building. Gives you an exit that way. Yeah.
Okay. And then
I'll whisper to him while he's showing us that. You need to get everybody ready to get out of here through this back exit. We're being watched, and grab whatever you need. Let the ritual continue, and like if worse comes to worse, we'll hold them off for a bit.
All right. So you guys begin to load everything in, get ready. The ritual is coming to a close now. As the ritual comes to a close, Marcus kind of comes out of like the holy trance that he was in, and he looks at Atoq. And you are still the one kind of presiding over everything right now. Does anybody else go in this room as you figure it's gonna wrap up?
I will tell Alexander to holler if he sees anything, and I'll go in before it happens.
Yeah, I'll go too if I know it's an hour or so.
Okay, so the rest of you kind of go in. Alexander keeping an eye on the airship and a watch about the outside. As the ritual comes to a conclusion, Marcus kind of looks over at the body. And you guys, give me a perception check.
Just them, right?
Wait, yeah. Inside the room?
Yeah, inside the room.
Oh my god.
So you 2 Brakka.
8.
8.
Did you both say 8?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
21.
rolls.
21.
Guys,
Someone
suck.
could see.
My rolls are so bad today, dude.
Mine's -2, man. I don't know what to do.
So 21. 8, you guys, he kind of comes out of the holy trance, the ritual, and kind of looks at Atoq's body and doesn't say anything for a second or two. And you guys look, Atoq's body doesn't really look any different. Dala Brakka, kind of keeping a very keen eye on the situation and having watched the entire ritual pretty much, notice a slight shift, like a slight, barely subtle twitch in the body. But besides that, there's nothing really. And Marcus goes, this usually works. I'm not sure what happened.
What? I mean, What's the noticeable difference? I mean, like, is
It would just
say
be
slightly?
very like subtle, like twitch, some type of life in the body. Just barely though. Just there for like a half a second. It's hard to even consider like it was so brief and so subtle that it was even hard to think like, did I actually see that? Like that thought kind of like runs across your mind.
And you said it was like a twitch, right? Because
Yeah.
your mic's putting out a little bit.
Yeah, like a twitch.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, was there anything, I guess, like, different in the ritual, or was there something else that needs to be done? What's going on?
He goes, I don't know. There was some disturbance. Was he revived before?
And I'll take with me the memories. Sorry.
no.
To
Oh,
be
no.
my sunshine.
As he's
Sorry.
singing, I just elbow him really hard in the ribs.
Yes, he was.
Well, was everything according to plan? Were all the components used? What happened with that?
Well, I have this special microphone here that allows me to pick him up after he dies for a little while. I don't think he was dead for that long. I mean, he came back just fine, just almost dead again.
He goes, if your mic allows you to cast the Revivify spell, usually these things still need the components to go with it. If it's going to be consumed like it is for Revivify.
I look over to
That's
Soren.
right.
What the fuck does that mean?
You didn't have.
Well,
I
yeah,
can say
you're supposed to have like a diamond of some sort that's worth a certain amount of money. I mean, my mom
Yeah,
was a
it's
cleric.
spiritual
It's pretty normal. You just use a diamond. You don't have a diamond, I'm guessing.
No, I just got all the gold in this mic, baby, and my diamond-like voice.
Yeah, it doesn't count. It's not like this. I mean, it's like you need a component to cast a spell. Like I don't, because I'm just fucking awesome. But most people, when they cast spells, they need like
Nice.
things. Like your mic and a diamond. Hey, what does this mean? So he didn't have a diamond. Is something wrong with the ritual? Like, did it mess him up? Something up?
From what I can tell, it didn't seem to really work.
I grab his leg and start shaking him.
All this gold.
Yeah.
All this gold.
What'd you say?
No, nothing.
Okay. Go ahead, Minoscus.
I'll let Soren shake in. If there's nothing, I'll do something.
Yeah, the talk doesn't react anyway.
I try to give CPR, even though I don't know how to do CPR.
Okay. Give me a medicine check.
You can't leave us to talk. No.
If it's low, have him blow into my fang wound.
Heavy tongue.
You said medicine, right?
Yeah.
No, -2. 11.
11. Okay. I mean, you give it a shot, but the body doesn't seem to react in any way.
Can
Pushing on
I?
his chest. Like, they said to
Give
push hard.
me a. Go ahead, Soren.
Well, I was gonna say, can I divine sense as well?
Sure. Yeah, you can divine sense.
Okay.
I got all this platinum.
He goes, oh yes. Then all you need is the jeweler to sell you the diamonds. You seem to have plenty of it, plenty of money worth.
I think now's the time to find a jeweler. And
Can you write this wrong so this works?
And divine sense.
I can see
what is
un-
it? The text again?
undead, celestial, fiends, or something affected by the hollow spell.
Okay.
do you guys not believe in the power of equivalent exchange?
That's not how magic works,
I
bro.
was hoping he would come back as a homunculus.
Oh,
Fucking
no.
leg has an arm has a leg.
He's got
Head's
baby
out. Where's
human
Kingus?
legs.
But
Scary
with a
movie
giant head.
It's like there's a oh man. So the divine sense, you let it go, and much like because you just had a very similar sensation with looking at the Ouroboros scale. That's not quite the Ouroboros scale. You get a sense from your divine sense that something would have went off, but there's like interference, and you can't tell what would have went off. But there's some type of interference affecting your usual divine sense.
But I have no idea what it is.
No.
All right. Do I see after I shake him? Does he seem like he's breathing at all?
Give me a medicine check.
Medicine check. 7.
7,
No, 9.
9.
Yeah.
You kind of like
So bad.
go to him to see if he's breathing at all. He does not seem to be breathing.
Okay. I'm like, well, maybe he's just in a deep sleep or something. I don't know. We got to get the fuck out of here.
As you say that, you hear Wodan, who has been in the corner of the room, pipe up and he goes, "We should eat him. It's what he would have wanted."
That's actually extremely true, but at the same time, I mean, the ritual was supposed to have worked, right? Let's just drag him out of here. I'll carry him, and we'll just get the fuck out of here back to the order and see what's going on.
Yeah, we don't have time to eat him here anyway.
Yeah, we'll make a feast later. I'll scoop
Okay.
him up on my shoulder.
Hey, bud, you wouldn't happen to have any diamonds on you, would you?
He goes, "Me?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, only my lucky one," and he brings out like this giant fat diamond.
Hey, let me borrow that for a sec.
Too late now.
What? Why? What? It's my lucky diamond, though.
I'll trade you this nice platinum for it.
He goes, "But I had this when I was brought back to life, so you know it's lucky."
You know, I tried.
He goes, "Wait," and he kind of thinks about it for a second. He's like, "How much platinum? I can gamble with the platinum, though, right?"
You gotta hold off on that for a little bit. Let's not go back to our.
Gamble with the platinum. I'm putting the
I mean, you can. It's just not now's not the time. It's like the professor said. You know, when we were kind of schooling, there's a time and place for everything.
Oh, fine. He gives you the diamond. He's like, "How much platinum are you gonna give me for it?"
We'll negotiate that later. Hold on, we gotta save a taco.
He just, like, everybody like walks out of the room as he's just left with that. So you guys begin to load up everything, and you can see Alexander. They haven't quite made their way outside yet, and you can see now the Goliath and the shadows begin to approach the House of All.
All right, how many people have like already left? Like who's left inside?
Nobody has left.
All right. All right. I fucking take a step inside and I fucking shout, "They're on the way. We need to go quick. Double time."
I start sprinting towards the ship.
Okay, so everybody begins to sprint towards the ship. Mari, Daro, everybody is going to just load up into this with all your devices. It's going to be a tight fit, and it's going to test the carrying capacity of the airship. But let's all get into it. And as you guys go invisible, give me stealth checks. If you guys all just take it away.
I am
Yeah.
setting this collar at the front of the door in a way that it'll go off when they open it. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm doing it.
Okay.
I got a 3.
17.
16.
16. Okay. And Alexander.
Ring, you're so loud.
19.
19. Okay. So you all begin to pile into the airship. Everything in. You activate the cloaking device. You guys take off, and in the wake, you leave behind this Goliath who is now like rummaging in. And you can see as you go away and look back, the Goliath that just looks directly where you guys are.
I was gonna say, can I scan this Goliath? Because I'm gonna murder him at some point. I just want.
Yeah,
to
you
know
want
what
divine sense?
Yeah, I want to look. And divine.
Yeah.
sense.
Oh, you want to scan him with the dex?
Yes, but also I will divine sense, and I just want to look at him and get an eye for what I'm dealing with here.
Okay. So you kind of divine sense as you pull away. And yeah, he is some type of undead. That's definitely something you get across early, and you kind of use the scan to get some more information that you possibly can here on this Goliath champion. And you can see that he does have a few capabilities here. You learn that he is he has powers similar to your own. He seems to be a paladin of some sort.
Oh,
He has
fuck.
access to different smites and whatnot. He also seems to have just like a aura aspect to him, where that frightens a lot of people in the vicinity of him. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what you can get off the scan that you do while you're kind of going away from him, and that he's like very strong. And when I'll give you hard stats later for sure.
Oh boy, he's the anti-me, huh? All right, no problem.
But yes, that is one of the Goliath champions as he kind of goes away. And you can see he like stares where you guys are, but he doesn't make any moves towards it. And he kind of does go into the House of All and seemingly looking for something.
I point my scimitar at him as we fly away, if he can see us.
You don't know. He doesn't do anything specific. Like when you do that, he doesn't seem to react to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. All right. So you guys begin to get away. You're going to the order?
Yes, and before we pull up, because this came up last time when we were leaving, I'm going to ask Alexander to help me with something while flying. I'll be like, hey, Alexander, Broham, I need your help piloting real quick.
Oh, insight check.
It's a good check.
27.
Oh,
like
boy.
that.
17. I'm being genuine.
Genuine about what?
I need help. I need his watchful eye.
Oh, all right. I mean,
He's still alive.
oh,
You want more
I guess I'm
information?
gonna go help him fucking pilot this ship.
I'll get down to brass tacks. Like, all right, look, Broham, when we left this place, remember there was like a hole we created? We left the order, and then afterwards, I think it was you pointed out that somebody saw us leave.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's like a magical barrier, and I don't know how magic works at all.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but it like punched out a hole when we left, and I think some creatures might have seen us. I want your help in helping me find a spot where nobody notices us going in and out.
Well, normally I would say, yeah, sure, no problem. But considering that some things happened recently that I won't get into here because I can't be sure that we're not being watched or heard.
I start moving my hands like I'm doing thieves' cant, and I'm just like...
And I'm looking around like constantly, everywhere but at his Steve's camp.
Yeah, I'm like...
And so with that being said, I don't think I can guarantee the safety or our stealthiness at all until I figure out what in the hell is going on.
All right, Broham. Just, yeah, all right. Keep an eye out.
Just act as though we're under surveillance at all times.
For sure. Sounds like a plan. I'll keep a bird's coop on the old looky-loo if you catch my Ronald Reagan.
The actor. All right.
Minoscus, do you want to do anything during this drive over specifically?
No, I'm crying. Over
Okay.
talk.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
You're
like
so young.
Alexander's genuinely surprised that nobody's fucking been like, where the fuck is Sonny?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Where's my book?
I don't even
Where's
know
my
where he's
book?
at. I
Rex
lost
is-
him.
Grayson kind of goes over to you, Minoscus. He goes, "I am sorry for your loss.
Who are you?
I was once a fallen warrior, much similar to your friend here, but I was just petrified. I wasn't all the way dead."
Only if Atoq was petrified we could save him.
There still might be hope yet. Do not fret. Dala Brakka, do you want to do anything?
I want to take a head count and try to really take my time of who's on the ship. And can I just do that since I'm kind of like distraught. Like I'm in this zone or this mentality where I don't want to lose any more people in our party. So I'm just taking like a thorough head count of everybody to try to notice that Sunny's not with us.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
All right.
Or-
Cool. Oh, natural 20.
Ooh, okay. So you kind of go around and check everybody. And as the thought begins to scratch your mind about like there's somebody missing, like where is it? And as like the epiphany comes that it's Sunny, Wodan kind of gets from behind you and goes, "Hey, so how about that platinum, buddy? The platinum?"
Hey, just hold on to this, bud. I'm trying to think of something. And as I see like Wodan's face, I'm like, oh, does the epiphany come to mind?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hey, where's Sunny?
And Wodan goes, "Oh yeah. We can't just leave. We just left him here because the talk's not here. That's kind of fucked up."
I'm in the captain's quarters. I have no idea what's happening out there.
I'm thinking long and hard because I'm not the brightest tool in the lunchbox. I'm thinking about who was separated before we got into that skirtfuffle, if anything. And
So
I think maybe it was like Alexander.
Yeah. I mean, I think you would come to that conclusion that the last person alive that would have seen Sunny is Alexander.
All right, hey, hold on to this diamond for a sec, fella. And I'm making my way over to Alexander.
I'm probably still in the fucking cockpit with fucking Soren.
Yeah, Ixnay on the looky-loo on the, basket of love. Hey, what up? How's it going there? Just speaking a little, something.
You guys are weird. Hey, where's the dragon?
He's been taken.
What? You know that for a fact? Or
As he's saying that, we're like careening sideways, and my head's like,
Yes,
I
do know it for a fact, and keep your eyes on the road over there.
Yeah, sorry, Broham. Fuck. Okay, I see now. Okay.
What are we gonna do about him? He doesn't have a family.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. It's gonna take some time and a lot of luck.
I just look at Alexander and I nod slowly, and I'm like, whoever took him, I will murder him with my bare hands.
I mean, that is sure.
That's what I do.
Somebody, did you mention that somebody took him? Or I droopy face.
No, there was nothing that could be done at the time, and we had more serious issues. What with the Goliath with innumerable shadows coming towards us.
With the rural shadows, got it. I'm writing it down.
Yeah, he said ephemeral shadows. Ephemerals, they just die and they don't come back, I think, or something. I don't know.
I'm no wordsmith yet, but I don't think those are the same words. But
He said...
I'm writing them both down.
Sure.
It's just a bunch of scribbles, and then just arrow at the end of it.
All right. So as you guys kind of conclude this conversation and in this realization that Sunny is no longer with you, you arrive at the order. And you, where do you want to park this? Are you trying to park this in a different location?
I'm going to skirt, and the plan is I would like to only open the hole into the dome when I feel like we're not being watched or there's no creatures nearby to capitalize on the magic shield going down.
Okay. All right. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I mean, I'm definitely keeping an eye on anything that happens.
Anybody that wants to do it can make it.
I mean, my plan was to give you advantage.
Oh, okay.
You guys can do
Yeah, that's why I was asking for his help.
that. Okay.
Oh, fucking guidance this shit too.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So 27 at least.
Okay.
29.
29. Okay. So as you kind of scan the area outside of the devotion district, they're just outside, that's kind of being encompassed by this extraordinary temple that the order has constructed or magically produced. You look out scanning the area, and in like one of the buildings here that's kind of like, it's not on fire, but it seems like it was at a point, with a lot of broken windows and whatnot. You can see in a partially broken window like uh what was your total?
29.
29. You can see like almost a white reptilian face, but it looks more draconic when you get a better look at it. It seems like it could be like a dragonborn or a half dragon or something like that. Very like lithe, and you only catch like a glimpse of them, but they seem to be like, yeah, very like lithe and skinny, but like very agile from what you can see. They disappear very quickly when you notice them.
Was this inside or outside of the barrier?
It was outside the barrier.
Okay. And did I like catch the direction that they disappeared to? Like, did they back up or left or right?
It was like left to right.
Okay.
Like you saw them beginning on the left side of the window, and then they disappeared somewhere to the right.
Okay. I make note of where exactly that is.
Okay.
In my head.
Okay.
Well, if he doesn't point out anything extremely dangerous as I'm trying to enter it, I will skirt on inside.
Okay. So you park the airship inside the order, and as you kind of get here, you notice that there's not as much battle going on here as when you first arrived. There seems to be kind of a lull right now in the battle. There's now active attacks from the Cult of Cronus, and a lot of the area of the Order Temple is kind of just taken up by people licking their wounds or resting or getting something to eat, something to just kind of chill out during this downtime.
Okay. I'm going to park it and then drag everybody to go see the Ari.
Okay.
Or whoever's commanding.
As we were
currently.
coming in, there was something keeping an eye on us from outside the barrier. Seemed to be a dragonborn of some kind. Real Weasley type. I'm keeping my voice like real low.
Yeah, I'll be like, was he watching us in particular, or is he like watching the base?
He definitely had his eyes on us.
You think friend or foe?
Let's assume foe, since friend here was kidnapped.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, just another thing to keep an eye out for, I guess.
All right.
What are baby dragons called? Wormlings?
Wormlings, yeah.
Wormling nap? Ow.
Wormling napped. Yeah.
That's what he got. So as you begin to like ask around and try to find Diari, Diari is one of these people that doesn't seem to be doing anything of leisure right now. She seems to be in like one of the war rooms, basically coming up with different plans and whatnot. But you do find her along with Elixro. Elixro is also there, kind of in this war room, as well as like this big orc that is like, you're just like chilling with her, and she goes, "Oh, lovely to see all of you. Glad you are still okay. How's everything going?"
Mostly okay.
Yeah, semi fantastic. We got Irv on our side, which is cool. It's a nice benefit. Also, this is all the people from the House of Awe. They have a bunch of technology, but we don't have that stronghold anymore. It's kind of been taken over.
Okay. She goes, "Yes, I will put people on use to see what these items are about." And Mari kind of pipes up, and Mari goes, "Yeah, I'll explain everything." She kind of seems to be in a bit better spirits than she was at the House of Awe, and she goes, "I'll explain everything." She kind of runs off with people that are gathering the equipment to explain how to use it and whatnot.
Damn, I wanted
Yeah.
one of those.
Hey, Diari, do you have any place where we can talk, where you are sure that nobody else can hear us, magically or otherwise?
Magically or otherwise, you mean people outside the barrier? Because the barrier protects anything inside from divination.
I mean, both outside and inside the barrier.
She goes, yes, if you're that worried, we can go somewhere, even more private. She goes, Elixro, Kaz, I'll join you both in a minute. And as she says Kaz, she's like pointing towards the orc. And Kaz goes, oh, hey, guys. He goes, I just like taking this form to fight sometimes. Gets me in the mood, you know. And he kind of changes back to the changeling form. And he goes, all right. But yeah, see you guys in a minute. He kind of runs off to go see these like contraptions that were taken by Mari and the order people.
Sure.
And Diari kind of leads you guys to a room.
What was the Loxodon's name?
Marcus.
Marcus, yeah.
Hey, Marcus. Be much obliged if you could get to work on that thing we were talking about.
Oh, yes. Well, what exactly did you want me to do?
Something to disable, magic within a certain amount of area, whatever you can.
Oh, no, you want Daro to do that. Daro's the one that invented that shit.
Oh yeah, Marcus was
druid.
the one with the
locate
location.
creature.
Yeah.
I can also cast locate object, but not locate creature.
Yeah. So they kind of stick around, having followed orders from you. Stay in this room. Diari leads you to a deep section of the temple itself, kind of down a bit, past some stairs, kind of moving a bookcase or two, kind of in the secret spot. And she goes, "All right, well, in this small, very like little nook that just fits like pretty much your party and her, squeezed kind of tightly in." She goes, "All right, this should be as secure as we're gonna get."
All right, I just extra hella cautious. I'm like checking walls and shit.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
12.
12? Okay, yeah. You kind of go over the
That's good. Thanks
walls,
for the
trying to
rating,
feel
buddy. What up,
for any
what up?
plates or any bugs or any maybe even openings that people could hear from, or like try to sense like a wind direction or some type of air coming from someplace. But it seems pretty tightly sealed from what you can tell.
All right. Well, somebody's been keeping tabs on us. They have a very powerful artifact as well that they took from me.
Well, they kind of have
my
two very
friends
powerful
here.
objects, right?
Not really. I mean, one has the potential to be very powerful over time, but I mean, it's not really an artifact. That's kind of mean.
Sure.
As well as the other powerful artifact was the sun dragon that they stole, kidnapped rather, wormling that out. Beside the point. I don't know exactly how long they've been keeping tabs on us or where they are keeping tabs on us, but I spotted a dragonborn right outside the barrier that disappeared very quickly when the barrier went down briefly to let us in. And this all happened while we were at the House of All. It's pretty disconcerting considering I was very, very careful about where I put my things and keeping an eye out to make sure nobody saw us.
And I was gonna say, what did you guys do with the Atoq's body during this?
I probably would have asked Marcus to keep a hold of it.
Okay, so it's like with Marcus and Elixro and everybody in the war room.
Yes.
Okay.
He turns into a fucking demon or something. Starts ripping the place apart.
Yeah.
Did you left Wodan there too? Wodan would have been in on this conversation, or would Wodan?
Hell no,
But
Wodan's
we have to
not
be
coming
careful.
in here.
But he's gonna eat Atoq.
That's true.
I'll keep an eye on Wodan while
Tastes
you
like
guys do the
chicken.
briefing.
Yeah. Meniscus should stay with the body.
Okay, so
I'll
Minoscus
stay with
also stayed with the body. Okay. So, yeah, you guys can continue the conversation. Just making sure.
But that's what I said to
Okay.
Diari and everybody else.
She goes, the Sun Dragon they kidnapped. You mean Sunny?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my lord! And do we know who did this?
I take out the note and I'm like, it seems to be that it was the former master, current master, I don't know, of the uh, currently disbanded Thieves Guild of the City of Stars.
Oh, it was that guy? God, that guy's a real piece of shit. All right.
She goes, huh, okay. Honestly, Glostek has been complaining a lot about his combat. This is more up his alley. I could get him on an information gathering mission, find out some type of what they want, when they might be keeping him, whatever's going on.
I mean, sure, if you trust him that much.
Yes, Glostek is more than capable of keeping a secret and more than capable of finding out information.
Oh, I agree, but I was more referring to you trusting him to, be on our side.
Glostig is always on his own side for sure, but as long as your side aligns with his, then most of the time it's going to work out just fine.
I can probably offer him some drugs or something. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, he's always in for a good time, and you just really have to get a sense of what that good time is and what you can offer him. And believe me,
Oh,
he'll be
also,
fine.
he hella owes me because I gave him a trunk full of drugs before we left.
He
I
does
mean,
though.
just for the record, the Thieves Guild was producing copious amounts of drugs before the place was taken down. So,
That's true, but I mean, he didn't betray us to them before, as far as I know.
as far as we know.
And we also stole from them in the first place, so when you think about it, I don't know. I think we're
And
good.
Diari goes, he's from the Feywild. These drugs out here, he needs something harder usually.
That's true.
I mean, all right. I mean, I'll trust your judgment. Let's hope it doesn't come back to bite us.
I'll
Let's
be
hope
like,
indeed.
also, yeah, just as a side note, we saw one of the Goliath champions out there. Have you guys fought one of them yet?
No, none of them have really. We've seen them outside, but none of them have tried to directly attack the temple or anything. Most likely waiting for some way to get past the barrier, I imagine.
Well, it seems like he's got some shadowy army or something with him, or force. He's also like an evil Broham paladin of some kind.
Okay. This is good intel. We have intel on one of them. We have intel on another as well. So if we can gather more, that will help because with the amount of forces that we're gathering now and the information that we're getting, we are thinking about making a move on their headquarters, actually.
All right.
I'm going to, man, I don't know. How do I do this? I'm going to insight check her
Mm-hmm.
for like, man, this is a really weird. Maybe it's insight check myself. How trustworthy do I think she is, like overall?
Oh, okay, give me an insight check.
Jesus, my 20s today.
Another natural 20?
27.
Jesus.
Okay. So let's run through everything here. So Diari, you had this like relationship. She's had this relationship with Soren and thus your party for quite some time now. From what you've gathered, she hasn't really betrayed you guys in any way. She obviously has been open about the kind of shadiness of the organization itself. That is not always everything's been pretty. She rewarded you guys with specifically tailor-made magic items after the first, or I believe the second mission that you guys went on for the order, and has been genuinely pretty upfront and straightforward about the information that you all have exchanged. So considering that, but of course she is part of a big shadow organization that has done good things and bad things. You know that much. And obviously there was a long period of time where you guys were out of the city and not really in contact with her. And you yourself have never really conversed with her at length. So, I mean, on the outside looking in, when it comes to her relationship with Soren and the overall party, she hasn't given you a reason to mistrust her. But I mean, your genuine nature and like what you usually just kind of think about people is going to lead you to not trust her all the way unless you guys have had a drastic relationship for quite some time. So she hasn't betrayed you, but it's hard, I think, for your character to believe that she is incapable of that.
All right. Here, look. I'm not going to say exactly what should probably be said. But this should not leave this room, not even to your closest person, all right? What was stolen is potentially reality changing in the wrong hands, and so the importance is rather high, and the danger is just as high. It's probably might even be on par with what's happening to the city right now.
She kind of takes a long, deep breath for a second and thinks about it in her mind. She goes, if it really is this serious, you say, I can take care of it myself. I will do the information gathering, if that's what you want. I can leave Arius in charge of tactics. But
I mean, you should absolutely be looking for this person.
she goes, all right. She goes, I will do this myself then. She was like, I will leave Gloshtig here. If you guys wanted to talk to me about assigning Gloshtig anything that is less close to this information that he can perhaps gather, that would work in our favor as well. But I will talk to Arius today and let him know that I'll be going on a mission of equal importance to what's going on here.
Just a quick question. When do you want to attack the HQ?
She goes, well, now that I'm kind of not at the head of that anymore, it's going to be up to Arius, but we have to kind of talk to Irv a little bit to get his input and what he wants to do in terms of the attack. But we were thinking about it in the next few days or so. And then maybe all of you could use that attack as a distraction to get inside the base proper and, disrupt some things there that we'll go into detail about later.
I would feel great if our order of operations is, while this assault is getting ready and you're figuring this out, we find the dragon and what we're looking for, then we come back, handle this business, and everything hopefully goes smooth.
She goes, all right, I will get on it at once.
And
Try and keep me posted about this, because it's rather important, and I have other things going on besides just getting you on it.
And I'm like,
So
also, I want this done as fast as possible just so that you can get back to this and we can get back to focusing on this, if that would be, ASAP. I mean, if we got to go after this tonight, we got to go after it tonight.
All right. She goes, the most urgent possible mission. I will return with haste, I promise. And she goes off. She goes, is everybody good now? Before she opens the door to leave this secret room.
Oh. Yeah, do you have anybody who's a really skilled healer?
Oh, yes, we have a few skilled healers around.
All right, we might need to borrow them.
She goes, yes, I am not as unperceptive as one might believe. I did see that one of yours has fallen.
Yeah, and he has some resurrection magic cast on him, and it doesn't seem like it's working. Something about a diamond. I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess.
That reminds me, you got any diamonds in here?
You need a diamond. Yes, it's fine. We'll get you what you need. And she kind of
those bad boys.
as you say that, she kind of sighs and opens the doors, and then we cut back to where Minoscus and Atoq's body are, as well as Elixro, Wodan, and Kaz. And Wodan, we kind of cut back, and Wodan's just going, Minoscus, I'm telling you, we gotta eat him, man.
No, get away.
What do you mean? Where are you going? You're just it's no. Look, you have to understand, right? Look, you like chopped cheese, right?
Yes.
Atoq like chopped cheese too. He would love being a chopped cheese. I'm just telling you, man.
What's the persuasion check, huh?
What's the talk in my mind thinking?
From what you remember, give me a history check, actually.
Wow, that's terrible. That's 4.
4? Yeah, I mean, from what you could tell, I mean, Wodan's making a lot of sense here. Atoq was a big chopped cheese fan, ordered them all the time, just scarfed them down. He would love to be a chopped cheese.
Okay, Wodan. Yeah, I miss you, chopped cheese.
He goes, look, we don't have the capabilities of doing it right now, but look, the group's going to come back, and I'm going to need your support on this, all right? We're going to have to try to convince them that this is the right thing to do.
Okay, I'm on your side, Wodan. I've always been on your side.
He's like, all right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
No.
He just
thought they were just gonna start with the tail.
I go for the kitchen and start gathering the cheese up.
He just started looking for the kitchen. All right, he goes. Wodan kind of turns to Elixir and Kaz, who are just kind of disturbed by the conversation, not really giving any input here. But eventually, you guys get done with the meeting with DR. You kind of come back to this whole area where everybody's at. And Wodan goes, I'm glad you guys are here. We got something to discuss. And he goes, Minoscus, where are you?
I come back with cheese and some bread.
He goes, okay, good. Look, we're ready. We're going to make Atoq and the chopped cheese. All right. Everybody good with that?
What?
I'll tell you what. That sounds like
He's been dead for like a couple hours. Like,
Yes, he will rot if we keep letting him sit here.
You know how many?
Like, he's probably already spoiled. Like, you can't just leave
No.
dead meat out in the heat for 2
He's-
hours and then eat it.
He's cold-blooded.
I grab Wodan. I lift him 3 feet in the air. I'm like, all right, listen up, bro. When you were dead, like the 19th time we were saving you, you'd been dead for like days or whatever. And they're like, oh, we got to keep saving Wodan no matter what happens. And I was like, yes, I agree. Let's make sure it happens. And then you were a coin. And I was like, whatever happens, I'll beat the shit out of Ugo to save your life. And I was like, all right, we want to make sure that happens. And now he's dead for an hour. And you want to eat him, huh?
Look, me being saved is what I'd want. What he'd want is to be eaten. He said it before.
I grab the short sword off of his belt and I stick him to the wall with it. Like like his shirt, and I just like stab him, or like a belt, and I like stab him to the wall and I just leave him there.
Oh.
We could still
I
have
go
grilled
and-
cheese then.
I'm,
Back with the ingredients.
I jump up to try to get him, like, I draw over his shorts off the wall. Stop moving!
I just like
Fucking
scratch
two
my
midgets help each other. What is this?
Speaking
what?
of Ugo, I think we need to have a talk with him. Because he's in here, right?
Shit.
He did move here, yes. With the druids that moved here.
All right, so I'm gonna fucking go a hunting.
Okay, so you eventually give me a investigation check. See how long it takes you to find Ugo here. Another 20. I'm just trying to burn your 20s.
25.
Jeez.
18 instead.
Combat's gonna start.
rolls.
7.
Yeah.
I don't
But-
hit.
So it doesn't take you too long to find Ugo, who seems to be like getting a meal where he can right now. You guys kind of sit down and surround him at this table that he's like sitting at by himself, and he just like immediately stops eating and puts it down. He goes, "What you guys want?"
So your former boss,
I'm glad you said former.
you still in contact with him?
Former boss implies I would not be in contact with him.
Insight check.
Insight
okay.
check.
You fucking piece of shit game.
The one time.
Fucking
I see.
9.
17.
17. Okay. 8. Okay. From what you can tell, Dala and Alexander, yeah, he seems to not have any way of contacting the boss at this point. Soren, you kind of get a sense that, yeah, the usual means to contact him are not available, but if he could, if he really wanted to get in contact him, he could probably contact him.
I just like scratch my chin. I'm like, look, Oog, bro,
Oh, I like that. That's pretty good.
we need to really get in contact with the former boss.
I mean, hold on a second there. I don't know if we really need to get in contact with him, but we would like to know where he's at. But first, I would rather know where exactly do your loyalties lie. I mean, I know we're, not the most loyal people by any stretch, but you got hard feelings, or can they be, assuaged by, gold or whatnot?
He goes, look. He goes, pretty much where I'm at right now. I was with the Thieves Guild. I thought I had a good thing going on. Clearly, I didn't. So right now, I'm a little lost in between about who I can and can't trust, regardless. Now, I know there's one person I can trust, and that's Loria. And I have no idea where the fuck she is, to be honest. So, I mean, if you guys want my help, find her. I'll help you. But the boss did me dirty, so what do you need from me? What do you need from me? Maybe I can help a little bit before that.
Well,
So you can't trust her. Why exactly do you want us to find her?
No, she's the only person I can trust.
Oh, okay, I got you. All
Yeah.
right.
I mean, look, bro. If the boss doesn't exist anymore, the order gets this city back to usual business. Aren't you just in charge of the Thieves Guild?
Give me a persuasion check.
Also, would I need another insight check on that, or you just use the other one?
You use the other one.
Okay.
Or you can make a new one if you want.
No, I
9.
mean, this what it is.
9.
Yes.
He goes, there's some people that would vie for that, position, and who knows at this point, man. Again, I thought I had a good thing going. I might want to go straight for all I know.
I mean,
I really,
If
I
you
really
want to
don't
find
know.
a straight organization, you just work with the order, man. You could use your old skills. Perhaps they could help you there. No matter what, you got a job somewhere.
That's true. That's true. He goes, oh man, but sometimes we can't have a backup plan to truly be free. Sometimes we just gotta risk it all.
Hey, Dala, you got a Tox pack?
I do.
I start digging through it for the maps.
Well, for the maps,
Yeah.
I don't have the maps in that backpack.
Okay.
They're in my cargo shorts. That I don't
sure.
think anyone picked up.
No, I
because
took everything.
They're 200 pounds.
Okay, I didn't take everything. Why are
cargo
your shorts
pants?
200 pounds?
I have a lot
I
of
have so
shit.
much
You have a
shit.
backpack. The fuck?
Can't you
What's
divvy
the
it between the shorts and the backpack?
You guys can.
So, I mean, like, I would have taken
Just
the
drag
important
it.
stuff. I would
Right.
not have taken your hunting traps or any of that shit.
Buckets? What about the buckets?
Oh, God. He's
The pants are
Dala has-
definitely fucking
Can you
still back
drag
there.
200 pounds? If you could drag 200 pounds,
You should be able to. Right?
Hell no.
how much can
I
you
mean, I
drag?
definitely can drag 200 pounds, but I
not
definitely would
going
not
to?
have.
Ah, you would have thrown away useless shit and then. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
go through my inventory and see what you want.
Sure.
The magic items, the maps, the fucking any sort of writing utensils, cards, weapons, and like that's it. Everything else would have stayed.
Everything else? Okay.
Yeah.
Start deleting.
I'll keep it up.
Well, technically, it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
All right, what about the maps?
I'll make it.
All right, so you whip out the maps.
All right, so I lay them out. Are they like reasonable maps, or are they like lizard maps with like 3 dimensions and shit?
I'm a cartographer.
Yes, but you're a
For-
lizard
for who?
cartographer.
They would not be neat, but the pictures and the distances would be correct.
Okay. All right. So, where exactly are all the hideouts and hidey holes in the city for the Thieves Guild? Like the important ones that the boss would use quite often.
He goes, I can give them to you, man, but there's no way the boss is here.
Where's he at?
Let's just say he definitely is here.
All right, man, and he'll point out all of the strong, like the important hidey holes, and give you information about them. Kind of go about it. He goes, but I'm telling you, man. He goes, the thing is with the boss, I don't know too many of the details, but he was into some shit, dude. He was into some shit regarding time and manipulating time, and I don't really know where he went in regards to those activities, but I don't think it was in the city.
All right, that's fine. I mean, he's definitely somewhere here. As to when, I guess, would be the problem. Considering you just said he manipulates time.
I'm not saying he manipulates time. I'm saying he's into it. As far as I know, and he's never given me any heebie-jeebies or weird coincidences that would involve some type of time manipulation. But he's definitely into it, and I just don't know his capabilities as far as who he knows that is involved with that shit.
I pull out. Well, I don't pull it out. Like I turn around. All right, away from him. I pull out the note. I fold it up to where there's just like a line of his handwriting, and I show it to him. And I'm like, "Is that his handwriting?"
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, that note was written about an hour ago.
Hmm. Why? I don't know. Why would he be in the city? I don't know what business he has here.
I mean, there's a lot of shit going on, and in such a big city, there's probably many a thing that can be done with such chaos about. No council watching over everything. It's kind of, free reign.
All right. Well, I got you the information you wanted.
Yeah, I don't exactly expect him to be at any of these spots, but maybe somebody can lead us back to him eventually.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, again, if you want any more help, find Larea. Until then, I've done what I can.
All right, I'll fucking leave him with the last insight check.
I want to go visit Arius.
17.
Okay. 17. And what are you trying to gather?
If that was like the maximum extent of his help, and like if the points he drew on the map were like everything.
Okay. From what you gathered, like in terms of the locations that he gave you guys, he seemed to be very earnest about it. Like he doesn't seem to have much allegiance towards the Thieves Guild. It doesn't look like he's holding much to his chest. Regarding the full extent of the information, he seems to be withholding something, some type of further information that he's kind of trying to use as leverage to hopefully give you guys if you manage to find Larea or something.
All right, I fucking hightail it to fucking look for Diari.
Okay, so you're gonna go look for Diari, you're gonna go look for Arius, Soren, and we're gonna take a break on Magic Pixel.
Yeah. How's it going there, Honzo?
Good. I was reading a little bit. I got a blanket.
Oh, you're getting cozy.
I opened up my cock and bowl.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
thing I was censoring you. I had the thing open.
Yep, cock.
I like how people are spamming "he dead" with the crabs in the chat.
Crabs, yeah.
It's pretty good so far. It's great. Wodan was gonna eat you. That would have been hype.
I could tell
Still
Boss
can.
is a real fan, dude.
Still
Mhm.
can.
You guys ready to come back?
No.
What's good? Welcome back, everybody. To episode 38. It's been a great episode. Hanzo's strongest episode so far.
Oh, I'm visible now?
Showing a
Yeah,
lot
you're
of,
visible for now.
Character.
Now you're
Got
gone.
my book.
Well, there you go. Oh, geez, what book? Jeez.
Oathbringer.
All right. Hanzo's dead. We're back.
Yeah.
Indeed, we are. All right. So we have Alexander going to Diari, Soren's going to Arius. So Soren, you kind of you guys will actually probably find these two not too far from each other because Diari was going to talk to Arius after the meeting. So Soren, you end up finding Arius. He's in the war room. So Alexander, you would find Diari a little bit outside of that, probably like right about to leave the order actually, or like this temple. But Soren, we'll pick up with you with Arius, who seems to be like going over war plans now and kind of thinking about different ideas and kind of trying to unpack everything that Diari has laid on him and the responsibilities he has going forward.
I look at. I'm there with Alexander. I'm like, we want a piece or like what's?
No,
the-
I mean I'm fucking outside with Diari.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm with Arius then. I will turn to Arius and be like, hey, Broham, I heard you got new responsibilities.
He goes, yes, Diari said that she needs to take care of something outside of the temple, so it's on me.
Yeah, I'll go take a look at the forge for you, make sure they're not slacking off. In the meantime, I
Alright.
like flip out the weird looking Ouroboros gem thing and I catch it and I'm like, hey, what the hell is this? Is it like I hold it next to my chest. I'm like, is this like an Ouroboros scale? Or
Yeah,
like
kind
something
of
else.
leans in, gets real close to your chest.
He's a dwarf. He's on tiptoes.
Yeah, oh yeah, he kind of gets up on his tiptoes. Goes, oh my all the gods. I'm not exactly sure what this could be, but it might be something that. No, it couldn't be that. The ropes are Finnegan. Goes, He goes, I'm not 100% sure, but this could be something of myth. Some type of special negative version of an Ouroboros scale. One that could potentially amplify or disrupt, something that is able to take one magical effect and then alter it in another way.
Wait, in like a good way or a bad way? Does this like destroy magic or just change things?
Well, it kind of depends on the person wielding it and the magical capabilities of whatever it's implemented in. But it could be very, very bad news.
Then what am I supposed to do with this thing? I found it in like a device that was like siphoning power or something of some sort.
He goes, well, it's if harnessed properly in situations with, items that can be of benefit to society, it could amplify those things. But in just as well, when there's things that are harmful to society, it can amplify those as well. So if you said that it was kind of connected to a vice sucking out magic, I imagine it sucked out a lot of magic in a large area, or, relatively large area. So if that's the case, then whatever we're going to do with this, I mean, we can figure out something to do with this for sure. But yes, it's not going to spontaneously combust or anything like that.
All right, well, I'll hold on to it in the meantime. But yeah, I thought it looked too much like an Ouroboros gem for me to just throw it in the trash or something. All right, I'll be careful with it then. I'm not gonna put it in anything or use it.
He goes, okay, yes, it would probably take some type of special way to implement it properly. I don't know, to be honest. Again, these things, they're not really supposed to exist, not to a lot of people. So,
well,
yes.
Okay, you say that this isn't supposed to exist, right? And it's like the bad version of an Ouroboros gem.
Yes.
And this is like the good version?
So, in a way, basically, it kind of ties into the history of the world itself. So, the Ouroboros is meant to be some type of world serpent, but a lot of people, and he kind of gets out a piece of paper and starts drawing, and he goes, a lot of people will consider the Ouroboros, the world serpent, to be like this, and he draws one snake kind of eating what you would consider like a normal Ouroboros tail, and a snake eating its tail, basically. He goes, but there are theories throughout the years that in actuality it's more like this, and he kind of draws a version with two serpent heads on the ends and kind of eating these separate tails, but conjoined. And he goes, if this is truly the case, which this Ouroboros scale might indicate, that there is another type of world serpent there too, and one to balance out light, perhaps a dark version. So again, this, when I say it's not supposed to exist, this is not really the widely accepted origin myth of the world, if you will. There's thought to be one snake by 99.9% of people.
Well, I don't want to take that away from them or anything, but this seems to contradict that, so I guess I'll keep it to myself for now. Do you know anybody who's familiar with these things or would know about them? No.
Immediately answers no. Yeah. This is some deep shit you've got yourself into here.
All right. Yeah. Appreciate it. I'll investigate.
All right. Well, if you need anything else, please let me know. And he kind of goes back to preparing for the skirmishes in the battle for the City of Night, while we cut to Diari and Alexander, who Diari seems to be packed up, ready to go. She's in full regalia, but not what you usually see her in. A lot of the time she's in a breastplate or some heavily armored joy. This is tight black leathers and something that's much more discreet and looks like she's going for some type of gathering mission rather than a fight. But you stop her before she leaves.
Hey, I got some updated information that might be helpful. Here's a map of some locations where you might be able to find somebody who slips up and leads you back to him. Also, apparently he doesn't really teleport so much as travels through time somehow. I have no idea. I'll try and dig more into that. And good luck.
So thank you. This will prove useful. Definitely give me more places to stop on the way. And she goes, be well, you and your friends. And again, believe me, they know all of you around here well enough to provide any assistance you would need for a talk or anything else.
All right, I'm gonna go get on trying to figure out this time teleportation weird shit.
She goes, yes, these are weird times indeed. And she kind of like gets out of the barrier and then disappears into the night.
All right, and then I will head out and go look for fucking. I guess the House of All People.
Okay. To begin your search for Mari, Daru, and Marcus. And do the rest of you want to do anything specifically?
I will head back to towards where the forge area is and check in on that to make sure everything looks cool.
Okay. And then Minoscus, do you want to do anything?
I'll just guard Atoq's body from Wodan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now I'm on the other side.
Yeah,
No,
Wodan's
don't eat him.
I thought we were on the same team, buddy. What happened?
No! Stop trying to trick me! No!
I'll be there with Minoscus and Wodan, trying to talk Wodan out of it. Also,
You were trying to talk me out of this? I thought you would be the one on my side.
I would say, listen here. Soren had the right idea before. He mentioned it to you. We gave it some time a little bit. I mean, the meat might go bad, but, maybe we could preserve them or something. Just like, hang on just a little bit before we dissect them and, turn them into chopped cheese. It sounds like a good idea. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure he would love to get eaten up and, be a part of all of us in our adventures. But we got to preserve him a little bit. Give it some time. How about that?
We put him on ice then. He's cold-blooded, but we need to preserve the meat.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? You okay with putting him on ice?
I say we give him like a week and a half. I remember how long it took for us to get you back, but
That's a long time. The food here sucks. This would be much better.
You've had lizard before. When did this happen? We've been hanging out since like day one.
Look, there's some dark times where you passed out a little early, and I did things I'm not proud of. Okay.
I was literally that. You know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know, dude. Just let it be like a couple days, a week, please. How about that? All right, cool, break.
So you guys go on, happen and do that. And yeah, you guys still Atoq does not seem to be responding in any way. He just seems to be the same as you left him. But like over the time, the freak did you just post over here? Yeah, that link doesn't work there, Honzo.
God damn it.
But anyway,
Worthless.
so as you guys are kind of, there doesn't seem to be any reaction or anything out of the body of Atoq. From what you can tell, though, there is some changing going on. Whether the body is rotting or not, it seems to be like in a weird state. It definitely seems to be decaying in some way a little bit. But like the scales that he's on are partially like turning white. It's a weird decomposition process. But yeah, he's chilling. The rest of you, we got Alexander, who is going to find the Order people or the House of All People, and they all seem to be like in a big room, kind of like near adjacent to the forge area, just because they're kind of keeping the weapons all around here. And they're bringing a lot of the weapons. Yeah, here lies Atoq. Oh, we got an updated version. Nice.
Oh.
But yeah, so you find you see like Maria still like explaining the apparatus like to some of the spellcasters. She's like putting it on their back and like strapping it in like the wrist mechanic to it, as well as you can see Daro's also helping people like kind of explaining how the pyro conversion, the flamethrower goes and whatnot. You can see Marcus is kind of just overseeing like off to the side a little bit, not like really in the mix of helping everybody, but just kind of like overseeing everything.
Hey, Dara, we need to have a little bit of talk here.
He goes, oh, all right, no problem. He goes, Marcus, can you explain to them while I'm handling this? And Marcus kind of like hobbles over and goes and begins to pick up where he left off. He goes, what do you need, Alexander?
How familiar are you, or do you know anybody familiar with the workings of time?
The workings of time. There's definitely plenty of interest in that at the House of All, for sure.
Yeah, we need a way to stop somebody from traveling through it.
Stop somebody from traveling through time, huh?
Yeah.
All right. That's
I'm saying this rather quietly.
Yeah, he goes, that's a little bit of a tall order, just it's kind of hard to catch somebody when they're already traveling through time. But if we could catch them in an act or where they're actually present in the moment, I mean, we can create something that stops them from leaving, yes. It's just hard to
Yeah,
track someone in the middle of time already out.
yeah, correct. I mean, the whole plan is to find this person, right?
Hmm.
Catch him unawares that he can be stopped, and then stop him.
Okay. Yes, I mean, he goes, there's been many, theories about different type of traps, contraptions we can make that would cause some type of stasis. Then that if that would be the case, then that would be able to freeze any type of time implement he has. Of course, we could also, if you have any more specifics about how he does this, then perhaps we could have a nuanced counter to it. But if not, then maybe this stasis idea will be the way to go.
Unfortunately, I have seen him do it, but I wasn't aware that of what exactly he was doing at the time. I mean, it kind of just looked like he disappeared.
Mhm.
Uh, Not really that adept in magics and the such, but I would assume it's magic. It might not be. I have no idea. I've never heard of time magic until just recently. Uh, so yeah, I mean, the smaller we can get it, the better. The easier I can hide it, the probably the more simple it's going to be to catch this guy and stop him from teleporting or disappearing through time, as it were.
There is one particular type of time magic already in existence. It's a very, very, very high level spell called Time Stop. Are you sure? Was he doing this or was it something else?
Uh, could you explain exactly what it would look like for somebody to stop time and then appear somewhere else?
Well, basically, how the spell works is that they briefly do stop the flow of time, and then they take any number of actions up to a certain point. It kind of varies depending on the cast at the time. But again, this would only allow for someone to perhaps take 30 seconds worth of actions. Um, do you know if it could be if it's in that short of a window, or is it something longer, or is it something kind of beyond that time?
The last time I saw him disappear, did he like was it he just there and then not there, or was there like a whiff of light or smoke or anything like that?
There was like a slight poof, like a slight poof of like black smoke.
All right, so from what I remember, he would be standing there talking to you, and then there would be like a small flash of like black smoke,
Mhm.
and then he would be gone.
It could indicate the time stop, not necessarily black smoke being a
Your mic
character.
sounds weird, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How about now?
That seems a little bit better.
Yeah.
Do I just need to get closer?
It's still kind of doing it. Maybe turn the music down a little bit.
My music?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Try again.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
How do I sound?
Better.
Normal, I think.
Okay. He goes, yes, not necessarily that the black smoke is any indication of that exact spell, but I mean, if he was there or not, and it wasn't exactly the type of teleportation magic that you've seen before, then it could indicate he's using some type of way to stop time itself.
I mean, yes, this is what I was informed that he was doing. It was more described as him being a part of time. I
Mm,
don't know if that helps at all.
I'm not sure. If that's the case, then I will do my research when I can. I need to actually get to work on altering the sapphire anyway.
All right, keep me updated. This is pretty important.
He goes,
He's
he gets like an epiphany for a second. He goes, maybe I can use the sapphire in addition to sucking the energy out. Maybe that could be some of the basis for the stasis. That could create a powerful counter to him.
all right. I mean, I think Soren has the other components of the device that we destroyed earlier.
All right. I will get to work.
and then I'll roam around and try and find the group.
Okay. So yeah, Soren, what were you doing during this?
I'm gonna go
Did
check
you-
out the forge.
That's right. You went to the forge. That's right. All right. So you can see at the forge now there is a bunch of blacksmiths working constantly. You can see there's a good amount of these swords, these very like long swords being produced of this black metal that you brought back with you from the mind flayers. That seems to be outfitting some of the warriors here that are all kind of going into a specific pile that seems to be for some type of incursion in the future, but not necessarily right now. But yeah, there's just regular stuff being made, stuff with that black metal from the mind flayers and whatnot. But everything seems to be working pretty orderly here. There seems to be like a halfling kind of in charge while Arius is gone. Seems to just be like making sure everything's in order. Not too hands on. He's kind of chilling out, just like waiting for people to come up to him and ask him if anything needs doing.
All right. I'm gonna stroll on back to where we left Atoq and everybody, and I'm just gonna examine this negative Ouroboros scale while I go.
Okay, so you're gonna like flip it over in your hands and whatnot. Give me an investigation check.
Yeah. Compared to the one on my armor. Investigation. I think 15.
15. Okay. So you kind of go over the gem a little bit in your hands, and again, there is something about it that just feels wrong. Like that, it's just the nature of it itself is not what it should be in some ways. And you kind of like experiment with it like kind of turn it over in your hands, and in a moment, it kind of gets close to your gem in your armor, and you could feel like a slight spark between the two, and then you like pull it away real quick, just out of like instinct of feeling the spark, and you kind of push it close again, and you could see like a slight trail of arcane energy between the two, but nothing seems to be happening besides that. Not trying to push it too far at the moment. Obviously, you're wearing the armor and whatnot, but there seems to be something there.
Okay. I'll experiment with it later then.
Okay, so you guys all kind of gather up back in the war room where everybody is still making plans and whatnot for the incursion on Night City or on the Night City. I've been playing too much Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I think I said that earlier too. But yeah, so you guys all gather up again. You, Soren, Alexander, all arrive back in the room with the Talk's body, Minoscus, and Dala Brakka, and you can see Wodan just kind of sitting there pouting. Finally having gotten down from being lifted up with the sword and stuck to the wall, he seems to still have his rip in his shirt, looking kind of sad about the whole situation. But yeah,
Listen, man, you gotta get your shit together. It's just like you don't gotta eat the lizard now.
I wasn't
Like,
even saying anything this time. What?
You're over there being a pouty little girl. You need to calm down.
Okay, whatever, man. It's because you want to eat this shit food that they got serving here instead of some delicious lizard folk chopped cheese. Whatever.
What the hell's wrong with the food here, bro? It
I'm
seems fine
about
to
to
me.
non-lethal this guy to death.
I'm trying to give him what he would have wanted, and you guys don't care.
Bro, he doesn't even like chopped cheese.
But he wants to be eaten.
Now that part, he would see it as a conservative effort. I can appreciate that, but I mean,
In times of war. This is times of war here.
how many battles have you fought in this war?
I mean, he's an archaeologist. I feel like he would want to be in a museum.
It's true. No,
He would be one of them.
I don't think he'd want to be in a museum. I think he'd want his
Like,
body
like
buried
the-
in a tomb.
You could stuff him.
You like the food court of a museum, or how does this work?
Yeah.
See, well, yeah,
You
you
could hang him up top.
preserve the head, put him in like a little water tank, you know what I mean? Just preserve the head, and then I could eat the tail and the rest of the body.
I like go over and look at him. How's the talk looking? I guess I haven't seen him since he started decaying.
Give me a medicine check.
I want to talk to Dala. Like, does he seem like a bit fixated on with this?
You know,
Really wants to eat?
they weren't the best friends. You know, there was a little hostility between them.
There needs to be some respect for the dead. Why does he have any respect for the dead?
I look at Minoscus exactly like that.
I think this is too much respect, is what it is, because he's trying to, trying to put himself in Atoq's shoes. And what would he do if there was a dead member of our party that wasn't him? He'd probably do the same,
I would save him 900 times. I got a 19.
It's a warped perspective of empathy, I guess.
You got a 19, you said?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you kind of go over to Atoq's body and see that it's changing in some way. It's not necessarily decaying, from what you could tell. Again, the scales are changing a little bit in some areas to just like a more ash, kind of a gradual process. You kind of go up to him, trying to see if he's breathing or if there's any pulse or anything like that. You kind of sit there, like put your ear to his chest where his heartbeat would be, and nothing for a good 30 seconds, and then a slight beat, and then again nothing.
I hear a heartbeat though.
Yeah, but it's like so far between the two heartbeats that it's crazy.
Mhm.
It is crazy. You like sit there for a good like 2.5, 3 minutes before you hear another heartbeat.
I see. I just like sit up and stretch. Yeah, we're not eating them, bro. Just give it a few days. All right.
No, we just,
Not eating them.
Hey,
Give it some time.
Listen, we already talked about this. We agreed on at least a week, right?
Yeah, it seems like a week seems fine. As I sit back up,
yeah, I'm telling you, bros, he's dead, and he brings out the knife that you gave him, and he just walks towards the top.
I kick him in the chest.
Punch him in the jaw.
Across the room, just straight boot to the chest.
With the Rick and Morty, where like
Rick
such
James.
they get buff and they just like go like back to back. You see Soren just boot him, and it spins him around and just clock him in the jaw.
It just like passes out.
I'm just like, yeah, it seems about right.
I don't know what the hell he's got himself into lately, but he's been acting real different lately.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I think Atoq's gonna live.
I searched Wodan's body.
Yeah, I got curious too. I'm gonna search him for specifically the demon Ecker.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna search him too. Fuck it.
I don't want my hands anywhere near him.
Where's that diamond? Where's that diamond?
Yeah, diamond, bro. I'm looking.
I got a 0.
A 0?
I got a 0.
You rip his pants off. Put it in these pockets.
By the way.
Investigation.
Okay, 17.
17. And what'd you get, Alexander?
17.
Oh, okay, you both got 17. Okay. So as you're kind of checking Wodan's pockets, anything that could be, this, the cause of this or something like that. So in his pockets are like some of the platinum that Wodan gave him, or that Dala Brakka gave him, the big diamond.
I didn't give him any platinum yet.
Oh, that's right. You gave him the diamond back, though, right?
Fucking.
I gave him the diamond back, and I'm going right back in there for the diamond.
Okay, so you do find the diamond. You find a good like 50 gold that just he has on him as well. But you can see in like one of his like little gold pouches that he has, does seem to be like you kind of bring it out and like kind of eaten through the bottom of it is like a little bit of this demon ichor residue.
I knew it.
Who finds that exactly?
Not me. Definitely not me.
I would say you found the diamond, so we'll say Alexander finds that.
All right. I mean, he's under some kind of possession, I guess. I don't. Let's strip him and throw him in some water.
Where's the nearest holy water?
And see someone comes out. If you need a holy water, it's right this way. We can bring you some.
All right, rip off all his clothes. We'll take his naked body down to the holy water.
Yeah, somebody burn this.
Yes. Burn his clothes and then throw Wodan in a holy water bathtub, and he just wakes up like he's splashing. Everybody's like, "Oh God, what am I drowning? What's happening?"
Yeah.
Don't inhale the fumes from those clothes.
What sounds good to eat right now? Answer the question. I take my axe. Answer the question.
Put it down, big fella. Put it down.
I could go, for whatever, banana, nice little, filet mignon. Oh wait, no, not filet mignon, chicken.
Put it down, big fella. Put it down.
All right. He clears.
What are you guys doing, huh?
I like throw.
Where are
him-
my clothes?
You don't need them.
They're gone.
What?
Let's just
Anyway,
say-
you were not yourself, and now you are. So, yeah. I mean, go find some clothes.
All
I had
right.
enough of looking at this.
Okay. What? And then you see some of the older members like bring him a bathrobe and whatnot. And he's like, I need real clothes. And they're like, all right, I'll get him some clothes, tend to him a little bit. What do the rest of you want to do? Anything while you because right now I would say you're pretty much waiting for Diari to come back, give you some information or gather some information on your next move.
I am just going to sit with the forge box somewhere
Okay.
quiet away from everybody and mess with this gem.
Okay.
I am gonna walk around the perimeter of the barrier and just fucking kind of seem like I'm not paying attention to anything,
Mhm.
but fucking be keeping tabs on everything around me. See if
Okay.
I'm being followed or anything.
That's a good
Gotcha. And then Minoscus and Dala. Anything specific?
No, I think. Guess I'll keep. Wait, did we throw Atoq's body in somewhere cold? It won't rot.
Oh, we can kind of
No.
let them.
No, you didn't.
Fuck. I'll go find some ice. Just like a few
Okay.
ice cubes.
All right.
If I do, I'll just throw them on them.
Yeah, just some bags of ice you throw them
Yeah.
on. That's how it's body.
Is there anywhere I can go to gather up some diamond or trade off for some diamond in this area?
Oh yeah, you want to go find like if you can find any diamonds or anything like that inside here? Yeah, sure, no problem.
You need specifically, he needs a diamond worth how much gold?
300?
300?
300. Yeah.
You would know. It would be in your. It should say on your
Yeah.
spell, Jeremy.
It's 300. It's
Okay.
300.
Anything with like a price to it, right? That you need to have.
Yeah, it needs to be like
Yeah.
300 gold.
Okay. So you go off looking for that. Okay, so Alexander, give me a perception check.
19.
19. Okay, so you kind of go around making sure that nothing is up to any suspicious activity. You kind of keep an eye out on the outside. You can see different like scouting parties of the Cult of Cronus kind of coming up, trying to gauge what's going on at the barrier and whatnot. Made up of different type of beings. There's some regular humans. There's some like you can see some of these fiends or some of these fallen celestials as well. Nobody's really making an all-out attack right now, but there's always some type of sense of an enemy not too far from this place. But nothing besides that at the moment. You don't see the dragon or anything like that. You don't see any dragonborn or any half dragons or anything like that from what you can see.
Man, you said dragon, and I was like, "There's a dragon."
Oh
No,
god.
there's no dragons, something like that. Yeah, right there, just outside. Soren, what'd you say you were doing?
I'm gonna sit and use the forge
Oh, you're
box with the
tinkering your
armor.
stuff, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Give me another investigation check with advantage.
Natural 20 for 20.
What total?
I rolled a 1 and a 20.
So you kind of sit there for a second or for a good while and begin to tinker with this like negative Ouroboros gem and kind of like matching it with yours and whatnot. And you could tell like if like some of the conclusions you come to at the end of this is like you found another slot in your armor or altered your armor for another slot, it would like amplify whatever like this type of Ouroboros skill is if properly implemented. But there's like a way to tinker with it to where it'll like suck the energy out of like whatever it's also being connected to. So because of that, it's kind of like it can be used for either thing, right? It can be used for amplification or like destruction a lot of the time. But it seems like it has to be paired with like an Ouroboros gem or something else that's being the conduit of it. It's not something that's really acts on its own. There's not really much to it where it's just it, you know?
Okay. I guess then I will begin preparation in whatever way that I can to slot it into the armor.
Okay.
Carefully.
Yeah, you can do that. Right. And then Minoscus, you are gathering ice and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not too hard to find. You go around, gather some ice. Some of the order members give you weird looks. So you're just carrying these bags of ice and then tossing them on Atoq. But it's better for him than anything else. Keep him cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dala Brakka, what did you say you were gonna do?
I'm trying to look for some diamond, fella.
The diamonds. That's right. The diamonds. Okay. So you kind of go over to like this is a makeshift shop area that's kind of been set up inside this like giant temple, devotion district size temple that's going on right here. And there's a lot of people from just the city that are hawking their wares here, not necessarily, part of the order or anything like that, but refugees that have been taken in and have brought their supplies and whatnot. And you can see there's one particular gentleman who just has like these beautiful like different type of chains and pendants and bracelets of like diamonds that are made, and he seems to be like the only one in this vicinity with diamonds.
Oh, I'm gonna go and try to make a trade off, or at least an equal exchange, hopefully.
Oh yeah, and you kind of go over to him, and he's pretty decked out in diamonds too. He's got like all kinds of rings and whatnot. He goes, "What can I get you, man?"
Hey, listen, I mean, I don't know if you guys do this kind of thing, but I'm not looking for any like pieces of ice or anything, but I'm just looking for some straight up diamond for some platinum. Can you help me out, my guy?
You just want a raw diamond?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really need like the chain or the rings or anything right now, but
No. You need chains, rings, bracelets. You need all that. You can't just tell me you want to come here for a raw diamond, dude.
listen, fella, I just came here for a raw diamond, dude.
It's like, well, we don't got raw diamonds. Well, what do you need? What do you need these diamonds for? I'm telling you, I can help you. You just gotta talk to me.
Well, I mean, I kind of just, I really don't want to tell them exactly what it's for because I'm just weary of it. I mean, I'm just like a diamond collector, and I just like, trying to forge my own wares with it. Like, I don't want to take other people's ideas of like putting them into like necklaces or rings. I just want to study the art form of the diamond.
Give me a persuasion check.
Try and get these raw uncut diamonds.
Ooh, natural 20, so 31.
God. So he goes, all right, another artist, huh? He says, I'm an artist myself, I consider. So if that's the case, then fine. All right, I'll give you. Now, don't go around telling anybody I just sell raw uncut diamonds. All right, this is a special one-time offer for you. So what type of diamond are you looking for?
What kind of diamond you got, fella?
He goes, I mean, we got it. And he kind of like brings out like this little like this briefcase, and he kind of opens it up, and you can see there's like a couple like 300 gold sized diamonds that you're looking for. There's some that are bigger, there's some that are smaller, like 100 or 500.
Would the size kind of I guess further amplify any of my spells?
No, it's just the amount it's worth.
I do like that 500, that big one, the big Honzo one, but like, I think I'm gonna go with this one. I point at the 300 gold one.
He goes, all right, you just want one?
You only get 2 of them bad boys.
He goes, all right. Again, don't tell anybody I did this for you now. I just trying to support another artist's work.
I'll tell you what, you give me a card and I'll come right back and we can, maybe like work some new designs out. You feel me?
He goes, oh, all right, I'll take that. He gives you his card that's also like just made of diamonds.
Blame out.
Balling.
All right, fella, how much do I owe you?
He goes, for these 2 beautifully sized diamonds, I'll call it about 700 gold.
I could do that. The fact that you're sticking your neck out for me, I can appreciate that.
He goes, all right, that's what I'm talking about. He goes,
No
trust
me. Go ahead.
He goes, trust me, you won't find better quality diamonds, especially in a time like this.
Oh yeah, I feel you. The times of war, people get kind of desperate. I'm glad you're keeping it real straight up from one artist to another.
He goes, yeah. He goes, again, come on back. We'll collab anytime.
I fucks with that. I'm gonna give him. You mess with platinum?
He goes, yeah, whatever you want to pay with.
Oh shit, say less, fam. I'll give him 30 platinum straight, and then 200 gold then? No, how much you asked for? Yes, for how much? 700, right?
700.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll give him 400 gold.
Okay,
400 gold, 30 platinum.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So he goes, all right, nice doing business with you. Come on back anytime.
I appreciate the business, big dog. What's your name?
He goes, oh, my name's Mac.
Yo, Big Mac, I see you. I see you, baby. Hotter than fries.
And he goes, it's ironic because I'm tall and skinny, or I'm short and skinny. I know, it's ironic.
No, but it's about the heart. You feel me? All right, yo. Be easy. Ha ha.
Be easy.
All right, so you managed to gather some jewelry, and then everybody else, you guys are gonna chill out until Diari comes back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or you find out some information. Okay, all right. So you guys all chill out for the rest of the day. You guys, would you take a long rest?
We have not yet. When did we take one?
Yeah,
Before the whole House of Awe and everything like that.
Yeah.
just before that.
Okay. So as you guys kind of go through the day itself, there's no word from Diari as it kind of winds down into the night. It kind of gets to that point where you guys are thinking about going to sleep. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to do that, or are you trying to wait for Diari still? What do you want to do? Take shifts?
Probably I imagine shifts, right?
I'll gather us up in a group, and I'm like, well, we could try to like get some rest, maybe recuperate overnight, and then if she comes in the middle of the night, we roll out. Otherwise, we take the rest.
I mean, how are you guys all feeling? We good to go if it pops off?
I've used a couple things, but it could be worse.
What about you, Dala? Would you good on your spells? What's going on?
Definitely not. But you know, there was a time where we thought we tried to keep Atoq alive, and I did as much as I could. But I'm fucking. I need this rest.
All right. Me and Minoscus, I guess, will take shifts staying up, and you two sleep as long as you can.
Well, yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, Minoscus, you're like in tap with magical stuff. Can you juice up Dala if he needs it, or me?
Yeah, I could do that.
All right, if it comes to it, we do that.
Okay. So you guys are taking shifts of watch?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just me and Minoscus though.
Just you and Miniscus? Oh, okay.
we could
So
probably
as-
take shifts too if we're gonna try to take a long rest, right?
Well, I mean, we don't know when it's gonna happen, so you guys need your whatever it is, 6 or
Sure.
8. I forget.
Yeah.
So as you guys are beginning your long rest, about 2 hours into it, who's up? Alexander?
Sure.
Yeah. But so Alexander, as you're up about 2 hours into it, everybody's sleeping for the most part. You kind of keeping an eye out on the perimeter of the watch. You see Diari that's like burst into the barrier, like from seemingly nowhere. You just kind of see her burst into the barrier. One of these perimeters that's a little far off. You kind of like rush her down. She sees you. She kind of goes over to you. You can see she's definitely bloodied a little bit. You're not really sure if it's her blood or somebody else's blood. She looks kind of okay. Give me an inside check.
12.
12. Okay. She looks at you. She goes, Alexander, I have some information. And as she kind of like makes eye contact with you, you can see like it wasn't really apparent before, or it could be your eyes playing tricks on you, but you can see like a little bit more crow's feet on the side of her eyes, and like a slight like slash of gray hair on the side where it wasn't before.
Oh,
And I think that's what we're gonna call it for today.
Oh,
oh
no.
man. Not like this.
No, like these
Time wizard.
is
The
these
time
type
wizard.
lizards.
Well, I had fun today.
Hey, yeah, I mean, there was a heartbeat.
Delicious chips.
Yeah,
I
you
was
were
in-
munching. The stream got
gonna
to
be-
see that.
So now I got 3 diamonds.
How you put it out.
Yeah, you do have 3 diamonds. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You were having some fun with that one that you were eating on stream.
Yeah.
Definitely
It's
says
gonna
this
be like.
shit
Go
ton of. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is gonna be like Alien. That heartbeat's just another creature that
Inside
Honzo
of him.
actually is. So just this parasite that grew inside of him all this time, waiting.
That Dragonborn seemed cool.
It did.
What about him, huh?
It's Honzo's
going-
character. His
There's
new
no-
character. Ooh, it's a dragon.
He's just gonna take a pre-existing NPC? No way.
What's it called?
Maybe.
Man, what do you
It's gonna
mean
take more
this
time.
Ouroboros gem, negative Ouroboros gem? This is some shit. It's gonna change the world. No problem. It'll just slot into my armor and no one will ever know.
Just don't tell anybody. Easy, dude.
Yeah. I don't know who to approach with this information. I don't know.
Your boy Dala. I wouldn't even know what to do with it. With that information.
I don't know what to do with it. Enhance my armor. Anyway, that was a fun little session.
Yeah.
Atoq got a single heartbeat. That was the best. That was the most his heart has been used.
I got too
I
much
was
shit
hoping
to
we could
do.
find. I
Yeah.
was hoping we could find Sunny so we could reenact the scene.
The weekend at
Oh
Bernie's.
my god.
And man, no.
Yeah.
For real.
It would have been a real tearjerker of an episode if we got Rynge acting as Sunny as like Littlefoot.
Yeah.
To be
So I got
fair.
kidnapped. He's like, fuck that.
Yeah. To be fair, his ass is gone, so who knows what the fuck's gonna happen. Man,
That shit.
when you said like, oh, you go outside and you look for your stuff, what do you have on you? I was like, oh no, it's I was like, this hella shit gonna be gone.
Fucking. Oh, it's just the cards, right?
Mhm.
The cards
all
and
my
Sunny and the
fucking
relic.
items. All my items weren't stolen. They were left. But
Yeah.
There's mundane items.
I haven't list. Hey, Elder, did you take my pearl or insect repellent?
If it wasn't magic, probably not.
It's awesome. The book. Get this shit out of here.
Oh, man.
Useless.
Just fucking eat me, bro. Just eat me. I'm not going back.
All of his
Say
stuff's
less.
gone. Oh man. Anyway, that was a fun little sesh. I enjoyed it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody for playing. That was a good one. And we'll catch you guys same time, same plan next week. Should be a good one. Peace out, everybody. Have a lovely evening. I'll catch you guys next time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.